Our government is also taking steps to mitigate the impact of these countermeasures on Canadian workers and businesses by considering requests for exceptional relief through the existing remissions process. We understand that these are challenging, uncertain times for Canadian businesses and Canadian workers. That's why we've deployed measures to support workers and businesses. Export Development Canada, the Business Development Bank of Canada, and Farm Credit Corporation are there to help business owners find new markets for their products and access financing to help with liquidity crunches. We have also introduced temporary flexibilities to the Employment Insurance Work-Sharing Program, helping affected businesses keep more employees on the payroll in the event of a slowdown. Notre gouvernement utilisera tous les outils à sa disposition pour soutenir nos entreprises et nos travailleurs en ces temps difficiles. D'autres mesures pour aider les travailleurs et les entreprises pourraient être annoncées au besoin, et je suis très encouragé encore une fois par la volonté des provinces et des territoires aussi de travailler avec nous afin d'appuyer les secteurs économiques dans leur région. Notre gouvernement continuera de travailler sans relâche afin de convaincre l'administration de M. Trump d'abandonner entièrement ses droits de douane totalement injustifiés. We will use every tool at our disposal to defend Canadian jobs and Canadian businesses and support workers through these challenging times. And with that, I'm happy to pass the microphone to my colleague, Mélanie Joly. Melanie.
Yes, merci, Dominique. Thank you all for joining us today. You've just heard the actions we're taking from my colleague and friend, Dominique LeBlanc. Canada is holding strong and will continue to do so together. Well, make no mistake, though, this is going to be a day-to-day fight. This is now the second round of unjustified tariffs leveled against Canada and Canadian goods. The excuse for the first round was exaggerated claims about our border. We addressed all the concerns raised by the U.S., and in return, they agreed to temporarily abide by the free trade agreement President Trump signed himself with Canada. The latest excuse is national security, despite the fact that Canadian steel and aluminum add to America's security, not take away from it. All the while, there is a threat to further and broader tariffs on April 2nd still looming. The excuse for those tariffs shifts every day. The only constant in this unjustified and unjustifiable trade war seems to be President Trump's talks of annexing our country through economic coercion. Yesterday, he called our border a fictional line and repeated his disrespectful 51st state rhetoric. Well, Canadians have made it very clear that we will not back down and we will not give in to this coercion. À mes concitoyens canadiens, je tiens à vous rappeler que nous n'avons rien fait pour justifier les actions du président Trump contre notre pays. Et nous n'avons rien fait pour justifier ces attaques contre notre économie et notre identité. Nous ferons cependant tout pour riposter. Et nous n'allons jamais négocier contre nous-mêmes. Nous continuerons à être solidaires et votre gouvernement sera là pour continuer à vous soutenir. Entre-temps, on continue d'acheter canadien et entre-temps, on continue de soutenir notre monde. Maintenant, je pense à notre monde au Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean, sur la Côte-Nord, à Sorel. I'm thinking about the people in Hamilton, in also the Sioux, in Regina, in Kitimat, people working in the steel and aluminum sectors. Pour nos travailleurs et travailleuses dans l'industrie de l'acier et de l'aluminium, nous sommes ici pour vous. Nous avons pris des mesures fortes en 2018 lorsque le président Trump nous a imposé des droits de douane et nous continuerons à le faire. Les droits de douane sur l'acier et l'aluminium étaient injustifiés en 2018 et ils demeurent injustifiés aujourd'hui. I now would like to talk to the American people, to our American friends. I want you to remember this. Canada is your best friend, best neighbor, and best ally. Many of us have family on both sides of the border. Canada is also America's best and biggest customer. We buy more American goods than the UK, France, China, and Japan altogether. Together, we have spent generations building a relationship between our countries that is the envy of the world. Canada is not the one driving up the cost of your groceries or of your gasoline or any of your construction. Canada is not the one putting your jobs at risk. Canada is not the one that is ultimately starting this war. President Trump's tariffs against you are causing that. And there are no winners in a trade war. American friends, help us help you. Please help us end these tariffs as quickly as possible. And please talk to your elected representatives at the federal, at the state and municipal level. Please talk to your governors, to your senators, to your House representatives, and to your mayors. Send the message to the White House. Working together, Canada and the US have built a strong enough economy, and working together, we can bring down inflation and bring stability to the markets. To my European colleagues, we will work together to put pressure to end these tariffs against you too.